It was like it was there and then it was gone, but then it just reappeared. And so as we're going down Rye Beach Road, it's hovering over, going over, well, right now where Sawmill Creek is used to be all swampland. And there's an island, Taquatis Island down there, and it was heading right towards that. So we're going down Rye Beach Road, and it's going the same place, over to the northwest of us. And we get down to Mom's, who lives on the lake, and we park, and here we could see there's activity down at the island. And we knew that's where it went. It was hovering over the marshes over there. So we get down there, and this all happened within probably a 5-minute span from where we first spotted it to get down to where it stopped. And so we get out and we go down to the island, and there were houses down there, and Pat and Bud McCarty lived there. They were down there. They had seen it. Their house is right next to where this thing was, and it still had, you know, the metallic gray, the darkness. You could see like the shimmer of the texture of it coming up the side from the, I don't know if the glossiness was from the lights at the bottom, but you could see part of that. There was no noise. You know, it wasn't an airplane, it wasn't a helicopter. The movement of it was, you know, we were just struck by what we were seeing.
It seemed like it was focusing on the telephone pole itself. It's like the object was right there, then at the bottom of it was like, it's like doing something to the telephone pole. Until it looked like it knew we were there, because it got away. But it stayed with us until it got to the water. It stayed out in the water for like 1 minute, and then it just shot right up.
So we get down there, and the McCartys were there, and the other house on the corner right on the lake, they had also seen it. You know, it's summertime and you're on the lake and everybody's always outside. Well, they saw this thing. So we get down there, and Mom and my younger brothers and sisters, they were all standing down there facing the marshland. And hear what it did. It went down. And we didn't know, we knew it went down because we saw it. I don't know if it landed in the marsh or if it was hovering above the marsh and we couldn't see it because of the tree line, you know, and all of the swampiness that used to be back there. And we're standing there, and you know, and nobody's really saying anything because you can't believe this, and so many people saw it. There was probably 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, you know, 15 people witnessing this thing. And then all of a sudden, it came up, and it was gone. When it came up, it was there. I mean, and you know, you don't know if it was 2 seconds or 2 minutes. It seemed like an eternity, but it came up, and the position was still, and then it was gone. And you know, I don't remember that there was ever anything in the newspaper. The people that, other than myself and Rick, they're all deceased. You know, so I don't remember that there was ever any TV coverage or, you know, any of them calling the police or the sheriff and questioning them on it. But it made a believer out of me.
And the second sighting was back in the 90s. I was working at Erie County Care Facility. It was about 10:30. I got called into work early. And as I was driving in the parking lot, I got out of the car and I noticed over towards the airport there were real bright lights heading my direction. And I'm standing watching these lights. They're getting really bright. There's 2 lights. And at first I thought it was an airplane or a helicopter, because it was that low. That's why I thought it was a helicopter. And I'm standing out there just watching this thing, just going right over me. It was, I would say it was the size of a bus, maybe bigger. Diamond shaped, 2 lights in the front, light on each side, and 2 lights in the back. And it headed towards Sandusky. Did not make a sound. I didn't hear any engines, or that's why I didn't think it was an airplane, because it did not make a sound at all. And the next day it was in the newspaper. A woman spotted it on Harrison Street right above her house. And that was it.
You know, there's no explanation for what I saw, other than it was a UFO. And it wasn't scary. And I don't think that, I don't think there's a reason to be afraid of it. It was cool.
It was almost moved like a hot air balloon would move. That's how slow it was going. It wasn't fast at all. And it was just right above, I would say about maybe 100 feet in the air, not any higher than that. It's not gonna fly that low and move slow like that. I didn't hear anything, and it was clear. It was quiet that night, so nothing was blocking out the sound. I mean, there wasn't a sound at all. You know, I could just follow it. You know, I was right underneath it. It wasn't an airplane or a helicopter.